Just, I mean, daddy gang, to put it in our TikTok terms. I have seen girls on the street walk up to men and be like, do you know where a tampon goes? Do you know how many tampons we use? Do you even know how, like, do you know what a X or Y or Z is of a part of our, and they don't know the answer.
I was the first vice president or president to ever in office go to a reproductive health care clinic, ever.
Bro, what in the hell does that matter, bro? So listen, Kamala Harris is literally torching her campaign by going on this Call Her Daddy. This show is typically more of an adult audience type content, but that isn't the whole point of this whole situation. It's the fact that it's nothing of substance. What do? You go on a platform where girls from the ages of 18 to 24 typically tune in, and you give them nothing of substance. It starts off with them talking about they see interviews and there's content of girls on the street asking men, do they know where a tampon go? Whatever. But Kamala Harris is so incoherent that she couldn't even respond to that ignorance. She responded by saying, I was the first elected VP or elected official to ever go inside a reproductive, which you all know what that type of center actually is. It's an abortion clinic. Like, it's completely BS. That's her point, to respond to something that had nothing to do with reproductive rights. It's almost like she has these talking points and she cannot veer away from them because she has no substance outside of it.
That some states are executing babies after birth. Can you just clarify?
That is not happening anywhere in the United States. It is not happening, and it's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie that he is suggesting that, can you imagine? He is suggesting that women in their 9th month of pregnancy are electing to have an abortion. Are you kidding? That is so outrageously inaccurate, and it's so insulting to suggest that would be happening and that women would be doing that.
I need chat to come in here. Anyone that's on YouTube right now to comment right now below. Show me the date and time when Donald Trump said those statements and where it was at. Because she keep making these ultimate statements where Trump never said anything remotely clear to that. If anything, Trump's less conservative and more of a libertarian. People just aren't ready to have that conversation. MAGA supporter is not a neocon conservative. It's just not. It's just not, man. It's a whole different party. It's a whole different man. Find me him being that strict on reproductive rights. They tried to paint him out something that he just isn't. A lot of conservatives say he isn't conservative enough.
It's not happening anywhere. This guy is full of lies. I mean, I just have to be very candid with you. So in my career, from the time I got out of law school through most of my career as a prosecutor, I understood that the words that I spoke and what I did with those words would be the difference between whether somebody was charged with a crime or went to prison, maybe prison for life. When I was Attorney General, I was the top law enforcement officer of the biggest state in this country. And I was acutely aware that the words I spoke could be the difference between whether a corporation was in business or out of business, that the words I spoke could move markets. The idea that someone is not only so careless and irresponsible and reckless, but out and out lies to create fear and division in our country.
They're actually saying it's so hard to watch this stuff and not get gaslit because she's telling you their actual motive. She's telling you what Democrats actually do to win. They push and install fear to people. Trump pushes hope. Fight, fight, fight. They're pushing us to be afraid. We're not going back. Which one is worse? Fight, 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 or we're never going back. Never going back makes it seem like where we were was something bad. And it's fearful. It's dreadful to head backwards, to move backwards. Trump is representing forward. He doesn't even make us think about the possibilities of being stuck with these clowns for 4 more years. They completely lie about everything they're doing. She's even lying now.
And thinks he should be president of the United States, standing behind the seal of the president of the United States, using the microphone that comes with that? and using that voice and those words in such an irresponsible, and that's mild.
And after this clip, I got a clip that's coming in after that's going to show you what type of podcast this is. You know, I'll let CNN talk it because this state people, CNN, they're pro-liberal. Call her daddy is obviously pro-liberal. This is where Kamala Harris chooses to give discourse. And I want everyone also know that's watching, President Trump was given the same offer to speak, did not accept.
Way. And this is why this election matters. There's
not familiar with Alex Cooper and Call Her Daddy. It's one of the most popular podcasts in the country. It's usually about sex and relationships, sometimes risque, even raunchy conversations about sex. But in this case, for Harris, it's about reproductive rights.
That is absolutely crazy. They're focused on getting these children with reproductive rights. And we know what can really be happening. I tell you, it's as if they're siphoning people that are victims to this system, this reproductive rights system. And another thing that I find so funny about Democrats, they know how to rename things. The way that they rename races, the way they rename what's race, what is right or wrong in the world, the way that they took the word woke, the way that they transitioned and changed the word abortion, and now it's reproductive rights. They stay away from the A word now. Now it's as if it's a bad word. They weaponize words and they completely shift the human perspective of what a word represents. They know what they're doing because they're trying to appeal to younger generations, because they know the abortion word has been used through so much controversy. It's been used through so many times through media, through politics, through music, etc. It's an understood word and people know what the word represents, and it emits a certain emotion. Just saying the word, it emits a certain emotion compared to reproductive rights. They know what they're doing. They're trying to make it as if it's the same problem like a civil rights era. It's a reproductive right era. Don't fall for it. We're almost home. In November, we're going to have a massive win for all of us, a massive win for Trump, and a massive win for me. If you like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you on my next videos.